Hey, what's up? If you are tuning in, it's because you are ready for my. I'm so bad at intros! Hey, what's up? Welcome back to my Dream Daddy Let's Play. You might be saying, what? I thought we finished that bullshit. And you would be right. But even though we already completed my Good Dad Saga and Bad Dad Files, in which I categorized Lyle into two sides of morality based on one single action because I missed the whole point of Arthur Miller's The Crucible, I thought we'd go back and do some speed runs with some of the dads that we didn't date, which includes Robert, because if you sleep with him on the first date, you miss all of his plot. So we're gonna just uncover that plot today. Wow, I'm so awkward. It's like I forgot how to do this. So let's date that dad. Robert was pretty nice. A little odd, but nice. And ruggedly handsome. We should hang out. I type out a message to him on the dad book. Hey Robert, good seeing you again at the cookout. Want to grab a drink? I mentioned the cookout as if that happened recently. I sit there for a couple seconds hoping he'll message me back. Oh my gosh. Hey, it says he read my message. I anxiously wait for a response. Do I twiddle my thumbs or watch cat videos on the internet? I twiddle my thumbs. Hey, this is kind of enjoyable. Where do those thumbs go? They sure are a twiddling. I wonder if Robert has replied yet. Well, he still has not responded. Do I twiddle my thumbs some more or watch cat videos on the internet? Start down a rabbit hole of cat videos and Robert quickly vanishes from my mind. I didn't realize how long I've been doing this, but at the time I watched maybe my 30th cat video, Robert pops back into my head. I jump back over to Dad Book to see if he's responded yet. Nothing. Well, I guess the guy's busy. I might as well make the best of my day. I get up, walk to the living room, and sit down and turn on the TV. History Channel, Food Channel, Game Show. History Channel. Ooh, Naked and Afraid, Catching the Deadliest Ancient Aliens is on. That's not history. I'm so cold. I'm so scared. At this rate, I don't think we're going to catch these aliens by day 50. I'm having trouble following this. Ancient astronaut theorists predict that being naked makes you 10 times more likely to find ancient aliens. Some suggest that aliens are fascinated with the human physique, most notably the butt. Okay, I'm back in. I lose several hours to whatever the hell that was. Sighing, I get up and walk around the house. My stomach grumbles. Time for lunch, huh? Well, I guess it's time for old Chef Forsyth to cook a gourmet delicacy. I walk over to the refrigerator and open the door. Make sandwich. Microwave some eggs. Mustard jar. I feel like we did this before. Make a sandwich. I make a sandwich in its entirety while it's standing there. Who needs plates? The sandwich. A lost art. I admire my work for a second before I clumsily drop the entire thing on the floor because I'm an idiot. No! I look around and remember that Amanda's not home. This is still good. 5-second rule, right? I reassemble my sandwich, peeling pickles off the floor. Oh, and putting them back where they belong in my mouth. Wait, I'm a wreck. I finish my snack and walk around the house some more, bored. When's Amanda coming home? Oh, I just remembered something. When we were packing up the old house, we found an old basketball hoop that would hang off of a door. Man, it would really bring the living room together. I wonder where I put that. I spend a couple of minutes poking around the new place until I find it. After installing it above one of the doors of the living room, I'm ready to dunk. Come on and slam. I take a leap from the free throw line and rocket that sucker down the net. The crowd goes wild. And welcome to the gym. I pull up from the three-point line, breaking ankles and sinking a fadeaway. And I forgot the rest of the words to this song. No, look behind the back hook shot. Everyone's on their feet. Something, something, Space Jam. I managed to just barely defeat myself at horse before Amanda comes home, and then we cook dinner together. We're proud of ourselves for not even coming close to burning the house down. That's a first. Afterward, Amanda and I dig into a carton of ice cream over an episode of Chopped Toddler Tournament. what you have in front of you, I've definitely seen this before. It just must end differently. What you have in front of you is a molecularly deconstructed sweet potato with a brown sugar demi-glace with creme fraiche, of course. This is literally a jar of baby food. The toddler immediately bursts into tears. Are we bad people for watching this? Yes. Just then, my computer dings. Huh? What's that? Oh, you probably just got a message. You know, on Dadbook. Amanda and I walk over to the computer and check Dadbook. It's a message from Robert! You up? Ooh, W-Y-D. You up? Right, he has that raspy voice. What does that mean, Amanda? What you doing? What am I doing? You're just chilling. I'm just chilling? Watching television with my daughter? Just working on my motorcycle. Yeah, just boldly lie to him. I type back, just chillin'. Amanda deletes the G and hits send. It'll make you look cooler. A couple moments pass by. Another message pops up. Wanna grab a drink? Hey, that means he wants to hang out, Dad. I know what that means, Amanda. I'm not stupid. But it's kind of late and stuff. And I'm an old man. Come on, Pops, live a little bit. Okay, I am living. With ice cream and traumatized toddlers. Well, it's your life, but I think you'd have a lot of fun tonight. You are trying to get to know the neighbors better, aren't you? Ugh, fine. I type back a message to Robert asking him for details, and he tells me to meet him at Jim and Kim's. Well, don't wait up for me. Yeah. I never do. I throw on a nice jacket and I run out the door. It's only a short walk to Jim and Kim's, and it's a beautiful night. I walk into the bar and see the usual crowd of barflies drinking beer and watching sports. I spot Robert at the back of the bar and wave hi as I walk over like a total nerd. Hey man, how's it going? Hey buddy. Ahoy there, Skipper. Robert and Mary are here? Uh-oh, I didn't ask for a double date. I brought Mary along. Figured we needed a drinking buddy. Well, you were wrong, Robert. Oh man, I was excited to get to know Robert a little better. Now I have to deal with this weird married lady making passes at me.
Come on.
Don't look so scared, kiddo. We're just having a drink. Yeah, speaking of which, I think it's time for the first round. What are you having? Beer? Something tropical? Whiskey. I know he likes whiskey, so I'll just impress him. A dad after my own heart, huh? Robert orders 3 shots of whiskey and passes them between us. Well, this wasn't how I expected my night to be going. Why did I say I liked whiskey when I sure don't? Here's to bad decisions and relaxed moral values, fellas. What have I gotten myself into? We all knock back the shots. I almost choke on the whiskey as it burns down my throat. Holy hell, that was a kick. I look over at Robert and Mary, who seem like old pros at this. Robert grabs his jacket and throws it on. Let's get marching. What? The night's young, Chief. Come on, we're bar hopping. Okay, all right, let's do that. We leave the bar and start walking down the street. I still don't know this area of town very well, so I just follow Robert. So, where are we headed? I wish I were drinking. It's an Irish pub. A good pun is the whiskey to my heart. Oh my god. Puns are the lowest form of humor, Lyle. Try harder. Ouch. Am I going to be the butt of the joke all night? Jesus, Mary, put your fangs away for a second. We walk into I wish I were drinking. The bar is pretty much the same as, well, whoops, I accidentally skipped that. Jim and Kim's, except for something about the decor being Irish. Okay. Next round, what are you having? Well, whiskey hasn't failed me yet. Beer might be good. Do they make fruity Irish cocktails? I should be true to myself. I'm going to ask for whiskey. Let's do it, fella. Robert orders 3 more glasses of whiskey, and we post up in a garish green booth. Mary slides in and sidles up next to Robert, which makes me breathe a sigh of relief, because she's not hitting on me. Let's sip this one, why don't we? Suit yourself, sailor. Mary immediately downs her shot in one gulp and burps loudly because she's a lady. That'll put hair on your chest. You are truly the paragon of grace and also beauty. Mary grabs my drink and sips on it. Hey, that's my drink. Lyle, be a dear and get us another round, will you?
Hey.
I don't know how to process this evening at all. I get up and order another round of drinks from the bartender. As I head back, I see Mary and Robert having a lively conversation. Wow, they're having way more fun without me. Robert roars with laughter. Wow, I don't think I've ever seen the guy smile, let alone laugh. Oh, look how kind his eyes look when he laughs. Cute. I take a seat across the booth from them and pass out the drinks. So this kid snuck some pop brownies onto the table at the last bake sale, right? And I spot that little hemp sweatshirt gremlin in the act, so I go up to Edith with the baggie, and I'm about to tell her when all of a sudden she just freaks out at me. You're ruining the bake sale, she says. I should have been PTA president. Your roots are bad and blah, blah, blah. So what'd you do? I told her to have a brownie, and then everything was going to be fine. They both erupt in laughter. I politely follow along with the story. She ate 3. More laughter. Okay, well, that was pretty funny, I guess. She called the cops and told them that time had stopped. What an idiot.
Come on.
Mary looks directly at me. Why aren't you laughing, loser? Do you smoke weed? Huh? What? You know, the devil's lettuce.
Hey.
I have 2 big fat blunts in my purse right now. Do you want to blaze or what? Oh God. What? No. I am a law-abiding citizen. Are you with the feds? It's not legal till like Wednesday, you guys. I'm a law-abiding citizen. Oh, you like that? Weed is legal in Massachusetts. Are we in Massachusetts, Mary? Then I am a super law-abiding citizen. Are we in Massachusetts? Okay. Robert giggles helplessly.
Hey.
I'm just kidding, cowboy. Lay off the kid, Mary. He might not be used to your brand of humor.
Huh?
Fine.
Hey.
We sit around and sip our drinks, people watching and cracking jokes. After a little bit of time, I begin to warm up to Mary. Her jokes become much funnier and much less scary because all the whiskey I'm drinking. But it seems like she's not going anywhere anytime soon. Oh man, I just wanted some alone time with Robert. I wonder if I can get her to leave somehow. Hey, isn't Joseph wondering where you are? Lots of eligible bachelors around here, huh? Could you get the next round? Could you get the next round? Are you trying to ditch me, pal? No. What? No. Because if you're trying to ditch me, you can just tell me to scram. No. It's fine. Lyle wants alone time with his new best buddy, Robert. I'll read you loud and clear. The wingman breaks formation to pursue their prey.
Hey.
Now, if you fellows will excuse me, Mary needs to sink her teeth into a helpless boy. Go with God, Mary. Nice seeing you, or whatever. Deuces, nerds. Mary gets up and saunters over to a younger looking guy at the bar. She grows on you. She's an acquired taste. Does she, though? I feel like she kind of delights in making men suffer, which terrifies me. Well, she does. What about her and Joseph? What about huh, buddy? You know, like, they're married, and she definitely, tried to get in my pants the other night, and so did you, and I gestured to her across the bar where she's making goo-goo eyes at that young guy from before. He looks like he's being held hostage. Oh, that's just a thing she does. She's harmless. Tell that to the boy she's hanging off of. Poor kid looks like he's seen war. Robert lets out a hearty laugh. Oh my gosh, I got him to laugh. Oh man, you know I pegged you for one of those straight-laced types. Oh, don't worry. I got pretty wild back in my day. Just ask my boy Craig. Still got a little wild in you, or what? You know it. There's so much wild in me. I have a child I need to care for. That's the right answer, but I'm going to say there's so much wild in me. I get so wild, I've got a whole safari in here. I'm an idiot. It's just really wild, all the time. Yeah. I probably should have yelled about my kid instead. Robert orders a couple more rounds of shots. Oh, I gulp. What am I getting myself into? Think you can go shot for shot, my man? Definitely not. There's only one way to look cool here. I grab the shot closest to me and down it. Robert looks impressed. He takes his shot and knocks it back. Well, that's one. So, what do I even talk about? He's so cool. He wears a leather jacket, and he probably hates small talk. He hangs his sunglasses from his V-neck shirt. What a cool guy. He's a hand tattoo. Don't talk about the hand tattoo. So how are things?
Oh.
I hate small talk. Okay, yep. Too many people, and this isn't necessarily you, but too many people think that they have to fill the dead air with noise, you know what I'm saying, man? Personally, I think they're afraid of the silence, or they're afraid of what the other person is gonna, think of the silence. Sorry, just choking on my whiskey. If you want some unsolicited advice, you just gotta learn to be comfortable with the silence. Nothing wrong with two people just sitting in silence and drinking whiskey. Okay, yep, alright, you're right.
Oh.
Robert and I sit in silence and drink whiskey by taking the rest of the bar. Patrons laughing, playing darts, spilling, beer. Mary giving the hard sell to that young man. The young man pretending he got a phone call from one of his friends. Maybe silence is nice sometimes. So you ever kill a man? Oh my god, I choke on my drink. Excuse me?
Mm-hmm.
Watch the life drain from someone's eyes. It's not just their life, It's their hopes and dreams draining away. Every memory and experience they've ever had. Gone. Nope, can't say I have. Great, me neither, just making sure. You never know. Robert knocks back his shot and motions for me to do the same. I reciprocate. I'm just messing with you, buddy. Relax. I laugh nervously. Or am I? I laugh nervously again. We sip more whiskey and people watch some more. Mary has her sights set on another man after the other one excused himself to the bathroom and, I assume, crawled out of the window. Gosh, this whiskey's hitting me hard. You betcha, buddy. Robert gets up out of the booth, shouldering his jacket. Let's roll! Sorry, whiskey. Inside voices. Let's roll. Wait, what about Mary? Brother! Mary is gonna be just fine. I look over at Mary, who's lying on the bar in front of some poor sap. She's singing happy birthday to him, while he insists that it's not his birthday. Cool. She's a cool lady. We make our way out of the bar and back onto the street. I'm trying my hardest not to stumble, but man, that sidewalk is just coming right at me. I hope Robert doesn't notice me tripping over my own feet like this is the first time I've ever walked. Ever been drunk. Where to?
Mm-hmm.
You'll see. I follow Robert through street lamp spotlights until we eventually arrive at a rundown strip mall. Great. There's a beauty salon, a sex shop, a computer repair store that looks like it's been closed for 10 years, and finally, a liquor store. Wait here. I'll be right back. After a minute, Robert returns with 2 wine bottles in brown paper bags. He hands one to me. Cheers, fella. He sits on the curb and drinks. He motions for me to do the same. Oh, this is really not where I expected this night to go. I take a sip. White Zinfandel? What? Nothing. I just wasn't expecting. It is delicious, fruity, and refreshing. Don't you frickin' judge me. I guess I could have got fruity drinks and he might have been okay with it. I start to say something. Think of his lecture about valuing silence earlier and stop. I sip on my wine and watch cars drive by. Lyle is he can't be himself with this guy. He just is second guessing everything, including his drink choice, whether he should talk or not, what he should talk about. This is a really bad date. If you're on a date with somebody and this is how you're feeling, you probably shouldn't be on a date with that person. Maybe I'm generalizing. Hey, let's throw rocks at shit. Okay. What? Robert suddenly hurls a rock at a stop sign. The ding echoes throughout the empty parking lot. Well, that felt good. What I'm saying is that if you have to pretend to be someone else to try and make somebody like you, it's not a good thing. It's not a good thing. They don't actually like you. You should never want somebody to like you so badly that you change who you are. Or try to. Okay, that's my free advice for the day. He presses a stone into my free hand. Now you try. I don't know. with feeling. I look at the rock in my hand and look at the stop sign. Back at the rock, back at the stop sign. I know it has to be done. I got a problem with authority. I'm sorry, this one's for you, Pappy. I have unresolved resentment towards my father, and I'm going to express it through property damage. Is that how you express that? You learn something new every day. I hurl the rock at the sign. It sails over the stop sign right into the window of a parked car, leaving a crack.
Huh?
Dude, run! I leap up and dart into the nearest alley, wine in hand. Oh man, I can hear Robert's footsteps behind me. After I'm sure I'm far enough away from the cracked window that I am no longer culpable for this heinous crime, I stop to catch my breath. Maybe we strike rock throwing from the to-do list, 'cause your aim is really bad. Agreed. Suddenly my stomach growls. Oh man, I'm starving. Let's get pizza. I can't argue with that. Where's good around here? Actually, I don't even care if it's good. It just needs to be edible and in my mouth in the next 5 minutes. What do you say, buddy? I know just the place. I follow Robert through a maze of alleys and side streets until we eventually end up in front of a tiny hole-in-the-wall pizza joint. The bright red neon sign reads, Pizza, Pizza, Pizza. Pizza, Pizza, Pizza. Ta-da! I can see a few exhausted-looking workers behind the counter, tossing dough and pulling piping hot pizzas right out of stone ovens. My stomach rumbles again. We go up to the counter and get ready to order. Can I get 2 slices of Hawaiian pizza? Oh wait, Lyle, you're cool with pineapples on your pizza, right? Ew, no. Of course, it's the only way to eat pizza. We wait a minute for pizza to come out of the oven. And practically, he's like ordering for me, not letting me have a say. I mean, I could have said no, but I'm afraid of him. Okay, we wait a minute for our pizza to come out the oven. I'm practically drooling at the smell. The cashier hands us each a giant slice on a paper plate so saturated with grease, and I'm worried it'll fall apart. We take our pizza outside and wander through the alleyways as we eat. Y'all had pizza like that, where you gotta take the napkins and press it on the top, get some of that excess grease off? Nobody does that. I take a bite. It's absolutely delicious. Man, pineapple is truly the best of the best when it comes to the pizza toppings. You said it, bro. Don't call me bro, that's Craig's thing. Man, I feel way better now. You and me both. We hear noise coming out of a slightly ajar door in the alleyway. Robert looks at me excitedly. Oh, maybe it's time for a brawl. Got any more of that wild in ya? You betcha. I'm so tired, but I love my daughter, and I should go home to make sure that she's all right. You betcha. Good on ya, my man. Robert and I slide the open door and peek inside. Why, it's completely dark, except for some flickering light. We slowly creep forward, cautious not to be heard or seen. Shh! Don't shush me so loud. Shh! Come to the end of the hallway and find ourselves standing in front of a movie screen. Oh. Hey, this suddenly makes sense. Did we really just sneak into a movie theater like a couple of teenagers? No talking during the movie! We look into the audience and are surprised to find it's almost completely empty, save for a row of a few teenagers in the front. Man, I bet we know those teenagers. They look annoyed when they notice us. Robert starts making his way to the very back of the theater, and I follow him. We settle in with our wines and try to make sense of this movie. It's a romantic comedy, I think. A young man is frantically trying to get through New York to find the woman that he's finally realized he's in love with. Kiss already! There's nobody to kiss yet. Do you want him to kiss the taxi driver? Hell yeah, that'd be rockin'. The kids down the way notice us heckling. One of them speaks up. Hey man, keep it down. I knew it was gonna be somebody we knew. Oh damn, that's Ernest Hemingway, Hugo's kid. Ernest! Hey Ernest, I know you. It's me, your neighbor. Hi. Ernest turns back around, embarrassed. I turn back to Robert. He kiss anyone yet? Turns out that yes, he did kiss someone. He made his way out to a tiny island near New York to profess his love for a woman who for some reason he knew would be there. She tells him that they hit the jackpot. He said that they had, but I think there was some subtext I'm missing here. Boo, love is dead! Shut up, it's beautiful! No, you shut up! Ernest grumbles. The credits start to roll. I stand up. Robert immediately pulls me back down. Hundreds of people worked very hard to make this film happen, and you're gonna sit here and appreciate them. God damn it. Okay. Look at that. Elizabeth Shelton. She worked really hard. I bet she did lots of good, wardrobe design. Thank you, Elizabeth Shelton, for this beautiful film-going experience. And Peter Anders, catering. Fed a bunch of people so they could have the energy to do their jobs. What a guy. Now that's a guy. Okay, we let the credits roll while Robert individually thanks every member of the crew. Once it's finally over and he makes sure no animals were harmed in the making of this film, we leave the movie theater. We stumble into the theater parking lot, polishing off the rest of our wine. Hey, assholes! Out of nowhere, a rock flies through the air and hits me on the knee. Oh no, is it the guy whose window I cracked? My knee! What the hell? Ernest and his friends stand in the alleyway blocking our exit. What do you guys want? You want to fight? Why'd you go and throw a rock in my knee? I'm an old man. This is my good knee. My orthopedist is... I skipped the line. I'm sorry. Ernest tosses another rock up and down in his hands. What's wrong with this kid? You ruined my theater-going experience, and now you have to pay. Oh, well, I don't have any cash on me right now, and, movies got really expensive. Ernest hucks another rock in my other knee. I'm able to jump out of the way, but I didn't properly stretch before physical activity, and I'm probably going to feel super sore in the morning. We ruined it for you. That movie was pretty crappy in the first place. Hey, you take that back! It was a beautiful love story with real, genuine acting. You call that good acting? What classicist mainstream slop have you been served your entire life? What? Have you ever seen any Michael Powell? A Matter of Life and Death, 1946, easily the toughest 5 minutes of love you'll ever witness. Listen, man.
Excuse me?
No, you listen. That popcorn-ass drivel the mass media is shoving down your throat will only make you dumber and also sadder. And I would know, because I'm real sad. You of all people should strive for a higher standard in the art you consume. Your name is Ernest Hemingway, for Christ's sakes. Oh no, now you've done it! Ernest rushes Robert, screaming like a banshee. Aye! I dive between Ernest and Robert, trying to stop the kid. He lunges forward, kicking me as hard as he can in the knee. My knee!
How dare you?
Robert gets in between Ernest and myself. I can't believe an F word happened. This is intense! Robert gets in between Ernest and myself. It's as if he's seeing red. Bleep! My bleeping knee hurts!
No, it hurts, my friend.
Alright, buddy, talk like a punk, you get hit like a punk. No, Robert, he's a little kid! Robert squares up into a boxer stance. Queensbury rules. 3-minute rounds with 1 minute rest in between. No low blows, no fish hooks, J grabs, or high blows. What?
Excuse
And
me?
don't even think about pulling an illegal turnstile. That's an automatic deduction of 3 points. Right? You'll have to designate a second if you're unable to fulfill your role as main duelist. One of your friends over there looks like he has enough youthful vivacity to handle it. Hey man, I don't want to get dragged into this. That movie sucked. It's too late. You two are bloodbound. If he dies, you die. Sorry, I don't make the rules. Talk to Queensbury. We're just gonna go. Ernest and his friends warily back away. Robert calls after them. The Queensbury Association will hear about this and consume better content. Once the teens are safely out of earshot, Robert turns to me. Were you about to actually fight that kid? Are you kidding me, man? I would never hit a friggin' child. That would be despicable. You throw the rules at him, though, they always bolt. Nobody wants a Queensbury-sanctioned throwdown. Full disclosure, I made half of that up. Wow, that's super cool. See, you don't even have to know the rules. You just make them up. Come on, let's get out of here. Okay. Robert and I cooled down a bit as we walked back to the neighborhood. Well, that was a riot. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I get really into the art of filmmaking when I drink. You know what I mean? It's okay. I think it's cool how much you like movies and stuff. To be honest, I don't know a lot about them myself. Maybe you could teach me. Maybe that's a thing we could bond over. I don't know. Buddy, I got so much to show you. You ever seen any Sam Fuller? I haven't. Fuller is cash. Cash money. Thanks for defending my honor. Thanks for the dinner and a movie. Thanks for the adventure. Thanks for the dinner and a movie. Dinner was $4 and the movie was free, but you got it, man. Robert throws an arm around my shoulder and we drunkenly belt out tunes all the way back. We finally get back to his doorstep. Well, this was an interesting night. I liked it. I don't know about you. A smile forms on his cheeks, because that's where smiles form. A rare sight. Well, let's hang again soon, yeah? Yeah. I linger there for a second, swaying drunkenly in the night breeze like a tipsy palm tree. Robert claps me on the shoulder. Night, bud. Robert heads back inside and I stumble my way back home. Well, that went kind of okay. Believe it or don't. Okay, maybe not that okay.
That was really special.
Oh, he said it was special. Remember that time he told me to lose his number? That
Welcome.
hurt.
You've got dads.
Speedrun. We just gotta keep going. I hate it, but it's happening. I had a lot of fun with Robert the last time we hung out, but I'm beginning to wonder if he's dodging me. I've tried messaging him a few times and Dadbook says he hasn't even read them. Haven't even seen him come out of his house, actually. I'm a stalker. I decide to send him one last message, figuring that this will produce the same result. Hey man, don't know where you've been, but we should grab a drink soon. I walk away from my computer because at this point I know he's never messaging me back. I linger in the kitchen. Well, I'm all cut up and work and the house is relatively clean. Maybe I should do something nice for Amanda. I'll bake her favorite pie. I root through the pantry, pull out all the ingredients. This is an old family recipe I used to make for my grandmama when I was a kiddo. I lost the actual recipe card a long time ago, but I think I'll be able to remember how to bake it. I start mixing the ingredients together for the crust until I get a nice dough. I throw some cherries into a saucepan and make the filling. This makes me want to bake a pie. Normally I don't like to multitask in the kitchen, but this cherry pie is a piece of cake. Pie? It's a piece of pie. I'm making a pie. Oh man, I can't even remember what temperature you're supposed to set the oven at. I'm pretty sure it's 375, but I could be wrong. Oh, who am I kidding? I'm never wrong when it comes to this pie. My special twist on my grandma's recipe includes a secret ingredient that not even Amanda knows about. I'm having way too much fun right now. It really makes the cherries extra flavorful. God, why can't I remember what the secret ingredient is? More cherries, salt, almond extract. I think I picked that last time and it's correct. Oh, it's almond extract. Doy. Oops, I accidentally poured a little too much in. Almond extract, by the way, is the worst. Way too much in. I'm sure it's fine. Baking is an art, and baking is an art, and some of the most beautiful art is made from mistakes. Baking is chemistry, man. I finally get the pie in the oven. How long am I supposed to leave it in there? 50 minutes? I'll just wing it. Amanda's gonna be so excited. That kid loves a good pie. I have a seat at the kitchen table, and I do word jumbles until Amanda comes home. I can hear the door slam open. Yo, Pops! What smells like pie in here? Why, Amanda, my dear, it's pie!
Huh.
Amanda darts over to the oven and looks inside. Yes! Hey, it's not done. Be patient. What's your angle here, Dad? What? Pies are an objective-based confection. What are you trying to get out of me? Secrets? Fine, you caught me. Nothing. I've been leading a double life. Fine, you caught me. I was hoping to butter you up so you were taking shopping later. Maybe buy me a new tool set? Classic role reversal. I respect that. I wait a few more minutes before taking the pie out of the oven. I set it on a rack to cool and guard it so Amanda doesn't dig into it before it's ready. Huh. What? Does it look kind of like weird to you? Oh, well that's just me taking artistic license on what cherry pie means to me emotionally. I'm just saying this because, it seems like you might have baked this pie incorrectly, and you're currently, right now, trying to pass it off as a good thing. It's art, sweetie. Was it art when you accidentally baked a whole uncracked egg into the center of my 12th birthday cake? Well, was it art when you tried to make brownies and accidentally created chlorine gas? Well, that's a bit of an exaggeration. Was it art when you... Okay, just eat the pie, Panda. I cut us a few slices and we sit down to eat. The cherry filling oozes out of the sides. The buttery crust glistens. I watch as Amanda takes a bite. Ugh. What's wrong? Is it not good? Amanda winces and fans her mouth. No, I just burned the heck out of the roof of my mouth. This pie is amazing! Sorry for doubting you, Dad. I breathe a sigh of relief and take a bite. Why, she's right. This pie is pretty incredible, as it always is. I'm really proud of you for making a pie without burning the new house down. I got a few dad tricks up my dad's sleeve. Maybe fathers aren't as bumbling and stupid as the media makes us out to be. Or maybe we as a society should have a little more respect for fathers as a whole. Dad, your sleeve is on fire. I run to the sink and put myself out. Pride will be my own doing. Amanda and I clean up the kitchen and play a little more living room hoops before she retreats to her room to do homework. We go back to the world jumbos. Hey, this one smells cat. Cute. The rest of the evening trickles by. What an artsy way to describe the passage of time. We eat dinner, I help Amanda with one of her scholarship applications, and we both start getting ready for bed. I promised this would be a speed round. I'm going to probably end up just cutting out all of that Amanda stuff, even though I had the most fun. I decided to check Dad book one last time before I climb into bed. Still nothing from Robert. I hope he's okay. I turn out the lights and lie down, and then all of a sudden... Hey! Lyle! Hey, Lyle. Hey, I'm outside your house. Come outside. Ugh, what is that? I was just on the verge of falling asleep and stuff. I climb out of bed and try to identify the source of the dinging. My computer screen illuminates the dark room. I walk over to it, ready to turn it off, when I notice what's happening on the screen. Don't make me honk. I will honk. Get out here. I look out my window and sure enough, there's Robert leaning up against his pickup truck in my driveway. In my driveway? Robert? I open my drawer. I open my door to try and figure out what's going on. Hey, buddy. Hey? You want to hang or whatever? I was kind of sleeping. Well, that's no fun. Come hang out with me. I would argue that sleeping is very fun. But I don't have to be anywhere in the morning because we all know I don't got no job. I may as well live a little bit. Sure. Cool. Do you, plan on going out like that in your gym jams? I look down and realize that I am, in fact, not wearing pants, so, I don't mind. Wink. Right. 1 second. I run inside and throw on my going out pants, shoes, and a jacket. I grab my keys and meet Robert back outside. I really wish we got to see his going out pants. You ready? I'm ready. Hop in. I jump into the passenger seat of his old red pickup truck. I have to move a few empty cigarette packs and gas station receipts out of the way before I can sit. Robert silently starts the car and we drive out of the cul-de-sac.
Hey.
You like Tom Waits? I love Tom Waits. Tom who? Hoist that rag, baby. I'm gonna say Tom who, and I'm gonna be true to myself. Wait, who's to... Before I can answer, Robert turns up the radio. Yep, that's Tom Waits, all right. He lights a cigarette and cracks the windows. We drive together in silence. So, where are we going? Robert doesn't respond, because he's gonna murder me. Robert? Oh, I heard you. But remember that time I told you that silence is golden? He still doesn't answer my question. I look out the window and notice that Robert's taking us to the highway. I twiddle my thumbs. I like the stickers he has on his dashboard. Like this little pineapple that looks very distraught. Well, whatever I got myself into, looks like I'm in it for the night. I'm in it to win it. I settle into my seat and watch streetlights pass by. I glance over to Robert, who's driving intently. He looks tired as he always does, but there's something a bit more there that I just can't really place. Are you okay? I like your car. Say nothing. I want to tell him specifically that I like his stickers. I'm not going to ask him if he's okay. He's not going to respond. I like your car. How old is this thing? Older than you.
Oh.
Stop looking so nervous. I'm not nervous. You're nervous. I'm a little nervous.
Hey.
Just hang on. We're almost there. Almost where? Oh my gosh. I have no idea where we are. I think we're moving at a slight incline, but I'm not so sure. We eventually come to a stop. Robert gets out of the car and I sit for a second. I'm unsure if he wants me to get out too. What are you waiting for, idiot? I hastily exit the car. Robert sits on the bed of his truck and pats the space next to him. Oh no, this is so romantic. Wow, I sit down and take in the view. We're on a hill overlooking the city skyline against the bay. The cool night air rustles some trees near us as lights blink in the distance. Off to the side, I can see an entrance to a dense forest. Man, it's all so gorgeous. This is where I come to masturbate. Great, Robert. Great. What? I'm kidding. That's disgusting, man. You can't do that in public. What's wrong with you? Just kidding. It's not disgusting to masturbate. It's perfectly okay. Just maybe don't do it in public. Okay, this is my little... Kisio, I'm so uncomfortable right now. I'm not as Robert, but I am. This is my little spot where I come to think. It's nice. You can see the whole city from up here. It really gives you some perspective. Robert reaches behind him and pulls something out from under his jacket. I'm betting it's alcohol. It glints in the moonlight, and I suddenly realize that it's alcohol. Oh shit, that's a knife! Oh my god. Please don't stab me! Robert reaches into his pocket and pulls out a small piece of wood. Please don't stab me with that either.
Hey.
Robert takes the knife to the piece of wood and starts carving at it. Okay. Oh, I breathe a very audible sigh of relief as Robert looks at me sideways. Did you think I was gonna stab you just now? What? No. No. I hate to break it to you, but I did, in fact, bring you out here to harvest your organs. Play along. I'm gonna play along. Yeah, well, you think you caught me in your trap, but I knew. For years, I've been putting the most vile junk food in my body in preparation for this day. Come at me, friend, and reap what you will. 2 steps ahead of you at all times. That's how I operate. Ha, nothing gets past you, buddy.
Oh.
Robert reaches into his pocket and pulls out a folding knife that he opens and hands to me. I'm gonna warn you, the last guy I had a knife fight with lost 3 fingers because he didn't know the 8 basic rules of knife fighting. You're familiar, correct? This guy's bizarre. I honestly can't tell when you're kidding. I am so many levels of irony deep that I've forgotten what humor is. He and I laugh. Have you ever whittled before? Considering I'm not a grandpa? No.
Oh.
What do you mean by that? Well, I just thought that you would have a block of wood shipped to you along with your first social security check. I'll have you know that whittling is a time-honored tradition enjoyed by both young and and old alike. That you're dismissing it before you've even tried it speaks volumes about your character. However, because I've gotten to know you for some time, and have come to think of us as friends, I'm willing to attribute it to ignorance instead of malice, okay? What I'm trying to say is, go get that stick, boy. Robert motions to a good-looking stick on the ground. Ooh, perfect for potential whittling. I pick it up. The most important thing to remember while whittling is to cut with the grain, not against it. If you cut against the grain, the wood is going to splinter. Isn't the most important thing, I don't know, safety? No! Getting hurt comes with the territory. Look at my damn hands, Lyle! I look at his damn hands. Why, they're calloused and covered in little white scars. But they are very nice hands. You can't make a stick omelet without breaking a few hand eggs.
Knife that wood.
A minigame! I love minigames! What do I do? Oh. Oh my gosh. I don't know how to whittle, you guys. Oh, I'm doing such a bad job. I think. Oh, I gotta rotate it. Sorry. Rotate that knife. Remember when I got really uncomfortable because I wasn't expecting to have to talk about masturbation today? Yep. This episode is just... I can't talk and focus on whittling, apparently. Wait. I can't get it. I'm stuck at whittling. What am I doing wrong? Oh. I gotta go down lower. Oh, yes. What did I make? A pencil? That's a good start, I guess. What is it? Why, it's a sharp stick. It's a pencil. It's a knitting needle. I said pencil, so I guess that's what I'm going with. Good luck writing with that, you idiot. You made a highly dangerous weapon. Thank you. Thank you. Wait, was that not what I was supposed to make? Okay. Maybe I'll be more careful this time. Oh, a popsicle. Well, that was... Tell me about this one. Why, it's a tongue depressor. I should put that in my first aid kit. You never know when you might need one. You made a tongue depressor. I'm so talented. Wow, this game never ends. Okay. Just some Oh, what am I making? Oh, just that. Oh, what's the story here, buddy? Why, it's a toothpick. Why, it's something to make me look tougher. What? It's working. I think you could take me in a fight. Probably. You made a tough guy accessory. Oh my god. Do I get to make another thing? Remember when I used to rotate the wood? Why it's... what's this? It's a chicken nugget. I don't know. It's a Ouija board planchette. I don't know. And that's just fine. You made a personal whittling progress. Is there a goal here? Yeah, we should... I thought I only had one stick. Ooh. Nice form. What's that supposed to be? It's you. You really captured my likeness. I'm impressed. You made Robert, I guess. I don't think this ends. This is the rest of my life, everybody. Well, it was nice knowing you. I'm stuck here whittling on Dream Daddy for the rest of my life. Woo! Interesting. What do we have here? Chopstick, righty. Chopstick, lefty. Chopstick, ambidextrous. It's a stick. You made a chopstick ambidextrous. If I made two, it'd be useful, I guess. This is a big wood. I might have to turn this one. Okay, well, let's just do that. Do you think you can lose at this game? Ooh, what have I made? The secret is never to turn it. What did you... I skipped it, sorry. What did I make? Oh, it's a swan. Nice work. You made the meanest bird. Are swans mean? Oh my gosh, I'm getting so good at whittling. The big old dog, the spirit of the Mustang, Sir Horsington the Brave. How poetic. You made the spirit of the Mustang. I actually think I might be stuck here forever. Oh, okay.
Oh.
Robert and I sit in silence for a while, carving up pieces of wood and whatever. I think I'm getting the hang of this. It's actually kind of relaxing. I glance over to see what Robert's working on. He's carving a smaller wooden knife? Ugh! While I'm distracted, the knife slices into my thumb. Blood gushes all over my little wood carving. I have one option, and it's to say, Robert is lost in carving and doesn't notice me bleeding everywhere. Robert still doesn't notice. Robert, I'm dying. I'm bleeding to death. Robert finally looks over. He reaches into his jacket again. Jesus, how much stuff does this guy keep in there? And pulls out a red bandana. He wraps it around my thumb. Hold tight. He hops off the truck and I can hear him rummaging around in his car. He comes back a moment later with a well-stocked first aid kit. Robert carefully wipes all the blood off of my hand and swipes a bit of antiseptic onto the cut. And with surprising gentleness, he places a bit of gauze on the wound and wraps it all up. You okay? Yeah, I'm good. He hands me what's left of the tube of antiseptic. Make sure to keep that cut clean. It's oddly touching and a little sexy. I guess I'm a real whittler now.
Oh.
That you are. Be careful, though. They're attracted to the smell of blood. Wait, what? What's attracted to the smell of blood?
Oh.
Cryptids. Tons of them out here, Cryptids? Like Mothman and stuff?
Oh.
Mothman is bullshit, but yeah. This town's a hotbed for cryptozoological occurrences. You're joking. Oh, how I wish I were. I'm a skeptic myself, or at least I thought I was. There are things in this wood that we can't possibly comprehend. I think about my entire time in this city. Aside from the occasional stray coyote, I don't think it's too bad. You ever hear of the Dover Ghost? I don't think so.
Oh.
Well, let me tell you a story.
Hey.
I was out in the woods here on a weekend camping trip with Betsy. Well, you don't know Betsy, but she's a big pup, a pit bull, real intimidating like. I feel safe around her. First night goes without incident. I get some solitude. Betsy gets to pee wherever she wants, all good stuff. Second day, I get the idea into my head that I can hike deeper into the woods. Probably against my better judgment, but hey, we're just having a fun camping trip, right? So me and old Betsy start marching in the morning. gets a little late and we set up camp, but it's different this night. Real quiet like. I can't hear the birds, the crickets, squirrels, nothing. Just dead silent. Then it happens. I hear the most unholy growl I've ever heard in my life, right outside my tent. Me and Betsy, we go to investigate. We look around the clearing, nobody's there. But there's this feeling. Not sure if I can quite describe it. I know someone, or something, is watching us. Betsy, though, she's scared. I've never seen her like that. And when she's scared, I know that I should be too. And then I see it in the distance. A man, but something that didn't know what a man was supposed to look like made it. It just looked wrong. Big, arms too long for its body, black eyes. It just stood there and stared at me. Then it disappears. I hear one yelp from Betsy and I turn around to check on her, but she's gone into thin air. I didn't sleep at all in my tent that night, and I don't think I've slept right since. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's terrible. You're lying. Okay, you're full of shit, man. Well, you think I'm lying? Robert pulls out his wallet and shows me a picture of a beautiful pit bull. Tell that to Betsy. They say that if you listen closely on the quiet nights, my nights just like tonight, you can hear the howl of the Dover ghost. A howl resonates through the woods. Oh my god, it doesn't sound like a regular howl. It's so guttural. Even from far away, something about it makes my skin crawl. Okay, Robert, real funny. I turn to look at Robert. He's white as a sheet. You're messing with me, right? I was messing with you up until literally just now. I totally made that camping story up. I strain my eyes to scan the forest line, trying to see where the howl originated from. Off in the distance, I see something. It's so far away, I can barely make out a shape. It looks human, but it's dragging something. Do you see that? We should probably go. Robert and I slowly back away and get to the truck. He turns off his headlights and we make a slow crawl away back onto the road. I'm too scared to look back. What was that? The Dover ghost, I guess. I chuckle nervously. This time he doesn't seem like he's messing with me. Or maybe someone illegally dumping garbage on a wildlife preserve? Yeah, that's the story we'll tell ourselves. We sit in silence for a little while longer, the fear of whatever that was slowly subsiding as we get closer to the city. We're coming out. This is fun. I'm sorry I haven't been in touch. I've just been in a way lately. I had to get out of the house. To be around somebody, you know? Are you doing okay, man? Robert thinks for a second and lights another cigarette. And lights a cigarette. I've been doing a lot of thinking, my man. He takes a long drag. Oh, as I get older, I feel more and more that I'm just drowning in this sea of regret. I was so busy chasing after these things that I thought would make me happy that I didn't think about anyone else. All I cared about, in fact, was myself. I didn't even think... Robert stops. I wait for him to finish his thought, but he just stares at the road. Maybe I'm just built like this. Or maybe I do it to myself. Maybe it's my own choice that I'm as unhappy as I am. I try to think of something to say. I remember all the times in my life when I've been sad, and there's a great many of them, but there was always a light at the end of the tunnel. Something I held on to that kept me going. There's something so resigned about the way Robert's talking. That sucks. I'm glad you told me. Maybe we deserve to be eaten by the Dover ghost. Man, none of these are the right thing to say. That sucks. That really sucks. Hang in there, buddy. Wow, Lyle. Yeah, it sucks, all right. Whoa! Should have known. We drive the rest of the way in silence. I just didn't feel like any of those were the right choice. Listening to the radio, it must have been I'm glad you told me. And watching the bright lights of the city grow bigger. Robert drops me off at my place. As I'm about to close the passenger door, I realize I still have Robert's pocket knife in my pocket. I pull it out and I offer it back to him. You hold on to that. You never know when you might need it. Okay, good night, Robert. Have a safe drive home. Robert smirks and pulls away. He then immediately pulls into his driveway, which is one over from mine. Are you kidding? Okay. He gets out and waves. I tiptoe into the house, careful not to wake Amanda up. Whoa, where'd you come from? I look around and spot Amanda coming out of the kitchen with a glass of water. I thought you were sleeping. Oh, Robert woke me up to go cryptid hunting. You know the Mothman is bullshit, right? Amanda, language. You know what? Yeah, it's fine. I finally decide to go to bed. Day complete. I did very poorly.
I feel something in my cold black heart.
Okay, well, I guess that's not terrible. We're an hour in. Let's just finish it up. Is this your dream, Daddy? Yep. I haven't spoken to Robert since that night we drove out to his thinking spot. He seemed unusually somber then. Oh, man, the stool I'm sitting on is not meant to be sat on for this amount of time. It is more of a decorative thing, I think. Okay, he seemed unusually somber then, like more so than the usual amount of somber that Robert is, which is already a lot somber. I've been thinking about him, and I hope he's doing okay, but I've been a little reluctant to reach out to him, mostly because I'm an idiot, don't know how to handle people who are sad. Lyle, hey Lyle, guess who's getting their drink on tonight? I take a look at my dad book messages. Why, there's a flurry of them from Robert. Guess it's you. Also me, but mostly you. Yeah, dude, right now? Why? Yeah, dude. I type back to Robert. Robert, buddy, tonight we ride. Yes! Meet me at Jim and Kim's at 8 p.m. Not that I'm unappreciative, but I think this is the first time that Robert's given me more than an hour's warning before hanging out. Amanda. Amanda pops her head into the hallway, music I don't recognize playing from the room. What's up? I'm hanging out with Robert later tonight. Are you cool and stuff? Robert, who is my friend. I have friends. I'm happy for you, Dad. People enjoy my company, Amanda. Dad, I'm so happy for your continued development as a human being. What are you listening to? Sad shit. Amanda, language. What would Grandma think? I don't give a flip anymore. Amanda Lang, you know what? You're an adult now. I gave it an earnest effort for all 18 years of your life. Go forth and swear. Yeah. Woo! I unlocked an achievement for that. Cool. I really hope I don't regret this later. Amanda goes back into her room and turns up the volume to her sad shit. I put on my going out coat and walk over to the Jim and Kim's. I spot Robert leaning against the brick wall, smoking a cigarette. As I get closer, I realize he looks a little different. Cleaner, I guess. It actually seems like he combed his hair and his clothes are less wrinkled than usual. Hey! Hey! You take a shower just for me? No, for my daughter. I'm working on my relationship with existence. Cool. We both stand there for a second and don't say anything. Robert finishes his cigarette and abruptly goes inside. I follow him. By the time I get inside, Robert's already at the bar, ordering 2 whiskeys. I spot a booth in the back and claim it for us. Robert slides in and hands me a glass. To you, to us, to toast. To you, here's to your continued existence. We clink whiskeys, and I watch him sip his rather than his traditional approach of slamming the whiskey back as quickly as possible. So what's the plan for tonight? Hit some other bars, maybe grab some pizza. I think that'll kill some time before we go burn down that old abandoned house in the woods. It's definitely not as fun if it's abandoned. Mary pops over the back of the booth, a glass of wine in her hand. She punches Robert in the shoulder. Where was my phone call? Sorry, I figured you were busy sinking your teeth into some poor sap. I am. He's right here. I look around the booth to see a guy sitting across from her. He waves meekly. You're replacing me with a new kid. Mary, I could never replace you, whether I wanted to or not. Mary leaves her booth and sidles in next to Robert. The guy she was sitting with looks mildly relieved. She eyes Robert's clean-pressed clothes up and down suspiciously. What, do you got a court date coming up? He does. He looks handsome. He'd never convince the jury. He would have had to shave first. Seriously, though? What's up with you? Robert stares down at his drink, suddenly looking serious. It's happy. Doctor says it's cirrhosis of the liver. told that old bag of bones to quit it with the sauce, but it's all he's ever known, especially since Ma's gone. That's why I invited you out tonight. I just didn't want to be alone.
Oh, come on. Lyle, don't be an asshole. You know the one thing Robert doesn't joke around about is Pappy.
Oops. You're giving him 2 months. I gotta help him straighten out his affairs.
Robert, I'm so sorry. Robert takes a long look at his whiskey, eyeing it in the dim glow of the bar's light.
I look at his life, then I look at mine, and I know history is just doomed to repeat itself.
Oh my god!
I'm just kidding. He's retired with his new girlfriend in Acapulco. They watch the sunset every night, probably screw like donkeys.
Wait, aren't rabbits the one who screw a lot?
Oh, sorry, I didn't realize you were an expert on which animals screw a lot, Lyle.
Please stop saying the word screw. What year is it? Robert finishes his drink and slides it away from him. He gets up out of the booth.
Me and Lyle are gonna hit the bricks. Are you coming with?
Mary casts one last glance at the sad sap she's been hunting and downs the rest of her wine in one gulp. This place is dead anyway. I'm glad she's coming. I love doing her voice. We exit the bar and find the typically empty street filled with a small crowd of people. At the front is a guy with a really deliberate attitude and bad posture. He carries a lantern that he shines up at his face for dramatic effect. What's going on here? Looks like it's one of those walking ghost tours. They do that in this part of town all the time.
I've always wanted to do one of those. Can we do one of those?
You know all the stories are fake, right?
Pretty much all of my stories are fake, so, this is research.
Robert makes a beeline toward the back of the group. He turns around when he notices I'm not following him.
Come on!
We can't just crash it, can we?
Don't be such a square, Lyle. Let's act like you belong.
Robert sidles up to the tour group. I reluctantly fall into step behind him. Well, here goes nothing. Hey! It was in this place, in 1694, that the most infamous witch trials were held. To date, we do not know if the people burned at the stake were actually witches, but it is widely reported that their ghosts still haunt this hapless dive bar to this very day. Man, maybe we are in Massachusetts.
It was actually 1692, you idiot.
What?
And the site was over by the coffee shop down the road.
I'm sorry, who are you?
Daniel McSturgis, a ghost historian. And this is my colleague, Doctor.
80s reference, 90s reference, 2000s reference, contemporary reference. I want to know what all of them are. It's too hard to choose. 90s reference. Dr. Prescott, paranormal investigator extraordinaire, touring America's most haunted locations as research for our new book.
You may have seen our guest cameo on Paranormal House Hunters Extreme Edition.
A couple of people in the group start nodding. Man, Robert's good at this.
I am so sad.
Hi. Are you guys part of the group? I don't remember seeing you at the first stop.
Well, we like to keep a low profile. It's easier to catch ghosts that way.
Hey.
You've definitely been here. Been standing next to them the whole time. Thank you, random lady who I do not know.
As I was saying, the epicenter of paranormal activity can be found at the Coffee Spoon over there. The man who runs it has been plagued by hauntings since he signed the lease. Damn near driven him mad. Whatever you want to say is cool, I guess. It's your tour.
Man, I didn't know that about Matt. But wait, Robert's making this up. Okay, yeah. The rest of the tour group listens intently to Robert's every word. I think the tour guide can tell that he's losing the group. He seems to be getting flustered.
Nice.
Thank you for your contribution and knowledge, Mr. McSturgis. Let's move on to the next haunted location. Robert, Mary, and I follow the group down the street. That tour guide's shirt is cool. Yeah, everyone in the group gets one if we make it to the final location. I turn to Robert and grab him by the shoulders. I need the t-shirt, Robert!
Well, I guess we're in this for the long haul then. Just follow my lead and don't arouse too much suspicion, and we'll have cool ghost shirts in no time.
Our group arrives at an old, decrepit, colonial-style house.
Hey.
A quick pause in the tour. My name is Quinn, but most people on the ghost tour circuit call me Tour Master Quinn. I'm a DJ, trivia master, and part-time actor. I do private ghost hunting events, birthday parties, MC bar mitzvahs, and perform traditional vaudevillian mime work. Tour Master Quinn gives out headshots to all of us. His resume is on the back. Stage combat experience. I have that too. Anyway, here's a little bit of history for you all. This was the home of noted American author Dorothy Pembridge, whose prose was widely popular in the late 19th century. It was in the attic of this very home where she wrote such classics as The Diaries of a Victorian Mistress, Lady Fitzwilliam's Courtship, and The Ghost of Sea Captain Reginald Barclay. She unfortunately died of consumption shortly after the turn of the century, but several people have reported that on some nights you can see a light from the attic where the ghost of Miss Pembridge continues work on her latest bestseller. I guess you could say that she was consumed by her work. No reaction from the crowd. This guy needs to work on his dad jokes. Actually, consumption is the popular cover-up. Little known fact is that it was a murder-suicide. I'm pretty sure she died of consumption. Sure. And we definitely didn't hire Stanley Kubrick to elaborately fake the moon landing. That's a watered-down, censored version they teach you at school. But if you can't handle the real story, I understand. It's not for the faint of heart. Can we... I think everyone would much rather hear what this world-renowned ghost historian has to say. Right, everybody? The group murmurs in agreement. Yes, indeed, please. This is a topic we covered extensively in our book. Dr. Prescott, would you care to tell this story? Oh gosh, riff something highbrow, go with something I know, rely on amazing improv comedy skills. I try to remember something. Anything from the improvisational comedy class I took that one semester in college. Yes, so Dorothy Pembridge was writing a lot of books. Yes, and I'm going to need a word from the audience. Any word. Ghost! Yes, and ghost. Ghost and... Wow, I'm doing such a bad job. I look over to Robert. I think this is the part where he's supposed to come tap me on the shoulder and jump into the scene, but he's just staring at me. Everyone is just staring at me. And scene. Thank you very much, everybody. Robert looks completely disgusted. Mary gives me a thumbs down. I'm not an actor, you guys. I'm just a dad. But I think I got in good with Tourmaster Quinn, so there's that. The tour guide sees this as an opportunity to take back the group and address this with some razzle-dazzle. Haha, what an interesting story. Now I just want everyone to know that the next location is extremely terrifying. If anyone thinks they can't handle it, feel free to excuse yourselves. Alright, I'm bored. Mary turns to a young guy looking at his phone and taps him on the shoulder. Hey kid, fancy buying a gal a drink? The guy looks up at her and smiles. Only if the bar is haunted. Honey, I can show you the most haunted place in town. I think I could exorcise your demons, if that's what you're looking for. Don't write checks your dick can't cash, kid. Whoa. Whoa, Mary. His eyes go wide. Mary salutes me and Robert. She suddenly pulls me into a hug and murmurs into my ear. Oh, when you've known Rob for as long as I have, you know when something's wrong. Keep an eye on him for me tonight. Okay. But he's clean, Mary. He washed his hair. What do you mean something's wrong? Sure, Mary. Good man. Mary pats me on the back and pulls away. She takes the guy's hand and leads him down the street.
Hey.
Take it sleazy, fellas. God help that poor soul. Mary or the kid? Well, both, if I'm gonna be honest.
Hey.
Our last stop. This burial ground is such a hotbed of horrifying paranormal activity. I'm not even sure where to begin. There's the wailing ghost of the Wharf Man, the vampire of Maple Bay, the children of the moonlight. And what about the Dover ghost? By this point, the tour guide is clearly irritated with
My
us.
feelings hurt.
What about it?
Ah.
Oh, nothing. I just think it would be a crime to come all the way out to this cemetery. The actual origin of one of New England's most notorious paranormal entities. And not even mention the infamous Dover ghost. That's not a real thing. That is absolutely not a real thing. I think someone needs to brush up on their paranormal history. I know tons about paranormal history. I know every ghost story in this area. And I can guarantee there's one you don't know. Robert looks over at me and smiles. Would you folks care to hear the tale of how Prescott and I met? No! The entire group shushes the tour
I
guide.
am so sad.
Okay, fine. Fine, tell the story. Well, it was a dark and also stormy night. I wasn't always a paranormal investigator. Way back when, I was just a
Hey!
Bible salesman, traveling grifter, carnival barker, traveling grifter, moving from town to town, always looking for my next mark. It wasn't an easy life, but I had fun. Taken from the rich, given to the poor. They actually also taking from the poor, and a shaky moral foundation. I happened upon the quiet town of Maple Bay quite by accident, but little did I know that this city has a dark side. Now, about the same time, I was just starting out as an apprentice to a rather famous ghost hunter who was an old family friend of mine. I carried the equipment, operated the EVP machine and all that. Wait,
Oh?
yes? Who was the famous ghost hunter?
Hey.
Well, I don't like to name drop, but Georgia Mathers? The tour group gasps.
Hey!
Georgia Mathers? She's a legend! You know her? Knew her. Amazing woman. Died mysteriously. Miss you, Georgie.
Hey.
Anyway, we were in Maple Bay investigating some reports of strange lights and sounds coming from the cemetery late at night. Now, we had been warned by the old crypt keeper that this place was highly dangerous. But Georgia was never one to shy away from an adventure. We camped out in the center of the cemetery for 3 nights straight. I'm dying. Well, we endured your so-called Wayland Watchman. Wayland goes to the Wharfman. Whatever, your stupid vampire is just a teenager in a mask. But the Dover Ghost... Man, tell him, Prescott.
Oh.
So there I was, just walking back to my hotel after a long day of selling Bibles, running the dunk tank, working a couple short cons, classic pigeon drop scam, putting out feelers for a rip deal. I was going to steal a baby, probably, would have made me rich. I found myself walking past this very cemetery. Now, I was never a very superstitious man, but something seemed off. I could hear some sort of commotion happening deep within the graveyard, and I felt compelled to investigate.
Oh?
And thank God you did. Georgia and I were conducting a seance in the mausoleum. At first, things were pretty normal, but after about an hour, everything went south. Playing back the EVP meter, we were able to hear a single word. Run.
Hey.
The air suddenly went cold. Something was very, very wrong. I just knew we weren't alone. We started to hear this faint, distant scraping noise like something being dragged across the ground. It got louder and louder, until it was deafening. Some kind of demented howl. And then I felt it. Something grabbing my ankle. Robert has the whole crowd hook, line, and sinker. You could hear a pin drop. I've only cried twice in my life. Once was at the birth of my daughter. The other was when that thing started dragging me. I wasn't sure where it was taking me, but I knew it was no place I wanted to go. I was sure I was going to die. The moment I crossed the gate into the cemetery, I heard this god-awful screeching. I ran into the mausoleum just in time to see a man being pulled across the floor by... God, to this day, the mere thought of it ties my stomach into knots. It looked like a man, but like... I glanced at Robert. Like someone who didn't know what a man was supposed to look like tried to put one together. The arms were too long, its eyes glowed red. It was like a walking shadow. What'd I do? What any good person would do. I lunged for... Shoot, what was his fake name again? David McSturgis. Daniel McSturgis. Daniel. I grabbed his hand and entered into a tug-of-war with the unholiest of forces. I thought I was going to be torn in half. But I had God on my side. The pocket Bible I always kept on me fell out of my shirt pocket, and to this day I can remember what passage it opened up to. Leviticus 2.5. I don't know what any of these... It's not Austin. Revelations 1:3. Blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the words of this prophecy, and keep those things which are written therein, for the time is at hand. I have no idea where Robert pulled that verse from. With a horrifying growl, the entity finally relented. Daniel and I collapsed into the ground, exhausted. We were both covered in blood. That damn creature clawed into my chest. Got me real good. Had to get 16 stitches. Robert pulls down the collar of his shirt to reveal a long, wicked scar across his pecs. And that's how I got this scar.
Hey.
I followed Georgia Mathers to the ends of the earth. We faced exorcisms, demons, poltergeists that threw our equipment across the room, but I had never seen Georgia so scared. She was never the same after that, and neither was I. Watching what happened to Daniel and Georgia shook my faith, but I came out of that experience a better man and a better friend. And we've been brothers ever since. The tour group gives us a round of applause as Robert and I share an emotional hug. As he embraces me, I can smell the cologne on his neck. Wow, Robert does clean up good. I find myself lingering a little too long on the hug. Thank you. It's an honor to be able to share our story. Be sure to watch out for our book, paranormal excursions of the supernatural, Ice Road Ghost Truckers, I Saw a Demon, the shocking true story of seeing a demon, the Bros Guide to the Hottest Ghosts, I Saw a Demon. Robert has to suppress a laugh at that one. All right, even I can see the holes in that story. Please leave. Way to go, Lyle. Robert sulks away from the tour group, and I follow him at a respectable distance. Oh, I thought we did good. We almost had him. Almost.
Oh.
I think you might have overdone it in some portions of the story. What? Yeah. I tried my best. We arrive in front of Robert's house. He's so fickle. Well, see you later. Robert hastily walks up the steps to his home. After giving me a courtesy nod, he disappears into his house without looking back, and I walk next door to my house because apparently we are next door neighbors.
Not bad, shooter.
Okay. I swear he has a daughter. I've seen an avatar, like a person of her. Maybe it was just fan art. I don't know now. Okay, now we're here at Amanda's party. I'm just gonna fast forward through it because we've seen this like 7 times, and by that I mean 4. So I'm just gonna go right through to the party. I walk over to Mary, who's having a lively conversation with Amanda. Listen, kid, you're gonna need some real life skills out there if you're gonna make it out on the streets. I'm going to college.
Hey.
Same thing. Look, I know you're not old enough to drink. Great. And I know you're smart enough not to drink until you're of legal age. But hypothetically, if you were to drink, it'd behoove you to drink a glass of water between rounds. Okay, yep, got it. Hypothetically.
Hey.
And if you wake up with a headache, all you gotta do is take a jar of pickles and drink the pickle juice. Oh my god, you're gonna be fine. What's going on here?
Come on.
Girl talk? Mary turns back to Amanda.
Ah.
Now let me tell you about how to deal with a bad roommate. First thing to know, you get straight A's if they die during the semester. Mary! Relax, it's a myth. Supposedly. Against my better judgment, I leave them be.
Hey!
As the party starts to wind down, I take a seat next to Robert at my romantic cherry blossom tree. The sun is setting and everyone seems to have eaten their fill, and Robert's about to break up with me. ... Hey. Hey, I haven't heard from you in a bit. How have you been? Oh, I'm great. Never better. So did you talk to Val? Did I do something so very wrong that I didn't actually hear about his daughter? Robert sighs and readjusts himself. You know, Lyle, I don't speak to my own dad that often, so I had a falling out with him years ago. Don't even remember what it was about. All I know is that me and him, we just don't see eye to eye. I mind my business, he minds his. I get a Christmas card from him every other year and check in with him if a tropical storm ever hits his villa. What I'm trying to say is that I turned out fine. Robert, you didn't talk to her? It's like you said, okay? Life is full of pain. Places a hand on my thigh. This is all that matters. I instinctively pull back. A wave of guilt rushes over me. Robert, no, it's not that simple. I can't believe you didn't even try. I can't believe we're having this conversation when I have no idea what we're talking about. You owed that to her. How do you think she feels knowing that her own father didn't even think she was worth having a relationship with? You don't know me. Yes, I do. You're a bad person. Where's this coming from? And you fell for me, idiot. So what does that make you? Robert gets up. You know, it's funny how you're so willing to look past this when it meant you could get laid. What? He walks away, leaving me alone on the bench, alone with my thoughts. I thought we were having an all-right time together. Man, what? I mean, I knew that they were gonna break up. This conversation was confusing. I feel like I missed things. Amanda and I wave bye to the partygoers as they leave. We sit together and watch the sun slowly dip into the horizon. I'm glad you made some friends, Dad. Yeah, me too. I know that's maybe not what you were looking for, but these people care about you. I love you, Dad. We'll always have each other. Oh, this is sweet. You're right. It's going to be hard at first, but this is the next the next chapter in our story, and I would be nervous about it, but I know that you're always going to be looking out for me the same way I'll always be looking out for you. Team Forsyth? Team Forsyth! I'm perplexed. Okay, well, I guess I did really bad on that last date, so maybe there was some plot I missed, or maybe when I said that sucks to him in the car, I missed some stuff. I don't like... I didn't even get the photo of him! Okay, so I did a really bad job. Well, I didn't promise you I was gonna do a good job, I just promised you that we'd see what that looks like. So, yeah, that was dates with Robert. Speed dating? Oh, for dream daddies. Man, that was like so dissatisfying. I didn't even get to see his daughter. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to go look that up on the YouTubes. Alright, that's it from me today. Thanks for always tuning in. You're the best. Have an excellent day.